Hello everyone, this is MJ and you are at my channel called Reading This Life. My channel is where we talk fiction, friends, and fun. Today, it's another week in the history books for the Read What You Own challenge. Let's get a weekly update. Stay tuned. And remember, before we get started, please give me one of these. I would really appreciate it, and it may just help the algorithm a little bit. So I hope you all are having a great week. If you are participating in the challenge, I hope you continue to kick some major butt, as they say. I finished 6 books this week, and I'm good with it. I did 1 book of poetry, 2 graphic novels, 1 short story, and 2 novels. That's pretty good. So we're going to go through them all and check our numbers. So, 18 down. I'm doing okay, and I'm feeling really, really good about this. So, last week at this time, I think I had 11 down, which was fine. I don't know if I covered 11, if I only covered 10. I'm not sure. We'll go through them. But I wanted to hit 20. I'm okay. There's a bunch of days left this week. I'm going to hit 20 by the end of this week. December 1st is Friday. I totally have this. So my goal is going to be achieved for 20 down in the first, in November, basically. Okay, let's get to what I read. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, so the first thing that I read was, I told you I signed up for Audible Premium for a month for free. That way I could tap into their audiobooks and exclusive things that they have on their website for the duration of the free promo. So, Silvia Moreno-Garcia, her book Silver Nitrate is my Patreon read this month. So, every month, what I'm doing is I'm polling my patrons and we are voting on books to read. So, this month, it was Silver Nitrate by Silvia Moreno-Garcia. In December, it's going to be Ghost Story. And I have that over here. That's going to be a chunk, but I'm looking forward to it because I've only heard awesome things about that book. So, Silvia Moreno-Garcia, I remember seeing a short story called The Lover, and I wanted to check it out. So that was the first thing that I read. And this was... I'm going to put all of the page numbers here because I think that's important for people to get an idea as to, what I'm actually consuming. Okay, so Silvia Moreno-Garcia, this was short story, under 50 pages. I gave it 4 stars. My review says, I loved everything about this story and did not want it to end. Wolves, moon, magic, sexiness, books, so stinking good. I honestly didn't want this short story to end. I would read this as a full novel. I really, really enjoyed it, and that was the first thing that I read by Silvia Moreno-Garcia, and I couldn't wait to dive into Silver Nitrate after that. So it was a perfect tie-in for me. So that was the first thing. That was number 1. Or should we say, I don't know what number that was. 12? Was that 12 maybe? Okay. All right. Then I dove right into this gem of a book, Silver Nitrate. I wasn't sure going into it what it would be. I knew it had something to do with the movie industry. I bought this back in July when it was first released. And I remember seeing the cover on Twitter. I remember seeing and hearing about it, and there was a lot of hype around this book. And I just couldn't wait. So when this book got nominated for my Patreon, I'm like, oh, this is going to be good. So I will be honest, the first couple chapters, I had to get into it. It wasn't gripping me within the first few pages. Maybe chapter 3, it started picking up speed. After that, I was all in. And I was here for all of it. I had no idea, really, what that book was about. Horror level of the book, I thought it was perfection. I didn't need anything else happening. I didn't need scary stuff. That was just enough for me to be curious, to be on edge, to be turning the page to see what happened next. It was beautifully done. Beautifully done. I think the tone of the horror was perfectly set throughout the book. So, Silver Nitrate, I gave this 4 stars. My review says, took a chapter or two to get along, loved the mystery, the movie elements, the esoteric nature. True story, was not a fan of the ending. Just me. Anybody else out there, were you a fan of the ending? I was not a fan of the ending. Felt the horror level was just the right amount. Overall enjoyed it apart from the cheesy ending. Yeah, that was it. But really, really enjoyed it. If you present me with a book that has something to do with, occult things, things that happened in history, Aleister Crowley, any of that stuff, I'm eating that stuff up like cereal in the morning. I just love reading about all that. So good. So I will give you the little blurb. No, I don't want to read it because it's going to spoil it. It's going to spoil it for you. So this is under a lot of genres on Goodreads. Hello, Goodreads. I don't know what's going on with you, but horror, fiction, historical fiction, mystery, thriller, fantasy, adult what? Yeah, that's it. Okay. So that came out in July of this past year. Loved it. Loved it so much, I probably would give it a reread, but not for the relationship. I enjoyed the characters. Just, if you read it, you know what I'm talking about. All right, so that was Silver Nitrate. Then I needed something as like a palate cleanser. I wanted to take a break. So I went into 2 graphic novels that I picked up on Kindle, maybe about a month or so ago. And these caught my eye strictly because of the covers and a little bit about the artist and the writer. So this is by Christophe Chaboute. Chaboute. So this won awards in France. This is a French author, I believe. And the first one is called Alone. And oh my goodness, the graphic novel nature of this book is very artistic, and it honestly takes you on a journey. This book was 384 pages, but minimal words, because you are just getting the impact of the environment, of the situation, of what these characters have going on regarding the relationship with each other. Really fascinating stuff. Enjoyed it. Loved it so much that I wanted to piggyback it with the second one that I picked up. And this one was called Bench by the same author. This one was different. It didn't have as much of a powerful impact, but again, absolutely loved it. Gave it 5 stars. Never read a graphic novel like that before. And I'm a fan now, and I need to keep following his work and buying his work. Bottom line. Okay, so those were 2 back-to-back 5-star reads. Okay, then we finished today. This is consumed by David Cronenberg. Do you know David Cronenberg? Yeah, I bet you do. If you know David Cronenberg, then you know. And knowing is half the battle. If you don't know David Cronenberg, do not read this. Do not read this one bit. Do not read this. I am forbidding you to read this. This book had everything Cronenberg would lay out in a movie, plus. Yeah, there's a couple times where I actually was reading it and was like, yeah, like, just, if you can imagine it, it's in there. It's disgusting. But it was beautiful. And the ending made you wonder. I don't know what else to say. I don't think I didn't write a review for it yet. the body horror was ever present. We have themes of technology, of consumerism, of what's happening in North Korea at the time. This book was published in 2014, and I don't remember hearing about it when it came out. I don't remember hearing about this. And I love David Cronenberg, so I must have just not, it must have not even registered with me. Yeah, it's cannibalism, and there's entomology, and there's nefarious relationships, and there's also love, and there's technology. Did I say technology? There's photography. There's medical stuff. It's a lot rolled into one. So if you are a fan of David Cronenberg, you will eat this up. If you're not, and you are easily disgusted, do not read this book. Okay? Just do not. Do yourself a favor. Don't read it. So MJ said don't read it. Don't read it. Okay. So that was done today. Then I needed a palate cleanser from that because that was a lot. So I turned to Mary Oliver, Dog Songs. What a refreshing book of poetry. It is a collection of all of her dog poems about her dog, other dogs, dogs that she remembers, dogs that she, had contact with. Just beautiful, beautiful stories of how these beasts affect our lives on the daily if you're a dog owner. Like, just brilliant. 5 stars. I read this first in 2019 and I gave it a reread today. It's not, it's a book of poetry, so I mean, it's not gonna take your whole day. Do you know what I'm saying? Like a good hour and 15 minutes, you could blow through this easily. And that was perfect as a counterbalance to Consumed. All right, so where does that take us? Is that everything? Did I log everything? I don't even know. Because Lord knows I have to log in Goodreads now a heck of a lot more often so I can keep all my stats together. So actually, if you are friends with me or follow me on Goodreads, I actually have a shelf for the Read What You Own Challenge 2023-2024. And we have 18 books on there, so I am absolutely correct. Yes. And I did not finish. I did not miss anything. So we are good. So what is on tap for this week coming up? I don't know. I don't know. There's one I want to start that is an Ian McEwan. I'm going to start the Ian McEwan. That's a shorty, but it should be good. Let me grab it. Okay, so this is The Comfort of Strangers by Ian McEwan. Should be pretty good. Should be simple. So I have the physical book, and EVERAND, is that what it's called? The new SCRIBD just got this in today. So they have the audiobook. So as I'm going to the gym tomorrow, I could start this, which is fantastic. So I'm going to be reading that. I also have to get with the fantasy that I want to... I started it and it didn't grip me yet. Company of Bones, the book that my friend wrote, it didn't grab me yet, so I've got to sink my teeth back into that. What else? I don't know. We're going to have to go... Maybe I'll do a Patti Smith book. Those have been waiting for me. I may do one of those as well. I don't know, but we'll see. I don't want to hit any DNFs yet. I want to wait till DNF December or like a reread December. Oh, you know what one I want to get to? This one. Let the Woods Keep Our Bodies. Yeah, this I'm going to hit this week too. That should be really, really good. Okay, so that is where we are. 18 in. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. So I'm definitely going to hit the goal this week, and it's going to feel good. And then going into December, we'll take it from there. Whether I'm going to be going at the same pace or not, I'm not sure. But definitely still going to do the same thing. Lighter, shorter books, graphic novels, books of poetry, along with thicker books, chunkier books to balance it out. I don't want to just keep reading 300-page books because it's gonna drag me down, and I want to keep this pace going. I think this pace is just right. Those graphic novels were amazing, and I didn't spend You don't have to spend a lot of time with them. It's maybe 45 minutes and you're going to finish it. But you feel good knowing that you did it. And then Silver Nitrate, I really savored. I savored that book. Consumed, I savored at times, and at times I just wanted to get over the ooginess of it. Yeah. So I think that is a really good balance for me, to get 2 regular size novels, like regular size between 225, 250, and 350. I think that's a fair size for a book these days. Mix it up with short stories, mix it up with novellas. We're good. We're good. So that's basically where I'm at. I'm feeling confident, feeling strong. Feeling strong, man. All right, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself so you can take care of others. And I will see you in my next video, whether that be sooner or later. So until next time, everyone, goodbye for now and happy reading. Oh, and I'll link this down below if you want to pick one up. It's not too late. You can have this forever. You can have this for next year's challenge. $3 a download. You get the download. You get the PDF file. You don't get anything with it. You don't get the paper. You don't get the laminate. You don't get the marker. You don't get the ink. You don't get anything. Just the PDF file. And you can do with that as you wish because you purchased it. All net proceeds are going to go to a bookish charity that we are going to decide on, or you're all going to decide on. We haven't worked that out yet. But as of right now, we're almost at $100 in sales, which is phenomenal. Thanks everyone that kicked in the $3 for the download. It's really awesome. And I want to thank you. And on behalf of the rest of the co-hosts, I'm sure they thank you too. All right. Okay, everybody. So that's it. I will see you in my next video. Have a great day. Bye. Happy reading.